Yo, what's up? It's Duke. I'm back here with another video. This will be my new recomposition series or body recomposition series, where we are picking up right where we left off when it came to my weekly weight loss coaching series, where I went week by week on illustrating all the things that you have to do to be successful along the weight loss journey, both mentally and physically. So now I just wanted to cross over into the path of doing body recomposition. Now in this series, we are strictly putting ourselves in a position of fat loss, which just means we're incorporating resistance training as some aspect in our working out, which means we probably are lifting some weights, or we're doing some resistance band, or we're doing something that doing some form of strength training, or building some resistance, or putting tension on muscles on our body to that way preserve the muscle that we have and build new muscle while burning all the fat that we do have on our body to basically can't speak to basically build our body, to force our body into a state of body recomposition. Now, phase one of this, which is what this video will cover, is basically just the mental aspect of it. And mostly the mental aspect of the body recomposition series is mostly just the dealing with the scale. That will be the hardest test of all when it comes to this aspect of the weight loss journey. When it comes to body recomposition, the scale will be very difficult for you to deal with because the fat loss will slow down. Well, the weight loss will slow down because you're putting your body in strictly fat loss. You're not losing muscle and fat as you were before on just a weight loss journey. When it comes to weight loss, you're losing both muscle and fat. When it comes to the body recomposition phase of this, and when it comes to putting any form of resistance training in your weight loss journey, you're putting yourself in strictly fat loss, which is your body burning fat and preserving the muscle that you have. And keep in mind that muscle does weigh more than fat, so the weight loss, the weight that you will be losing will be, well, the scale will be going down more slowly. And sometimes there'll be times where the scale will be up most of the time. You'll move up in weight. And I know that that's the mental aspect that I'm talking about when it comes to the body recomposition phase, where it mess with you a little. When you've been week by week looking for the scale to go down, and you got milestones of losing this amount of weight per week, and now you're getting to the point where you're not losing any weight at all, and then the scale is actually going up. Well, like I said before, muscle weighs more than fat, so you're putting on more muscle, and the fat that you are burning is going into different areas that you're going to be targeting. So we know that we can't spot reduce fat, but what we can do is create the illusion by doing more resistance training in those areas. So they can be the arms or the legs or the back or the stomach, the abs or oblique area, shoulders, or whatever it may be. You're not getting into bodybuilding, but basically you are kind of doing a form of bodybuilding because you're building up your physique in a way and in a sense. So this body recomposition series, like I said before, I'm going to be covering week by week. It's not going to be that many videos, not as many videos as the weight loss journey, because mostly when it comes to body recomposition, you pretty much already know the things that you have to do. You're doing a form of resistance training, which is preserving the muscle, which is a good thing because muscle does tend to leave the body on an average weight loss journey. But we're not losing weight. We want to build our physique. We're losing weight to scope our body and take back our body and build up a physique that you want, or the physique that you dream of having. So we want to work into seeing the scale as just a snapshot of where we are in our weight loss journey. Basically just treat the scale as what it is. It's just a number that you see. We made it from the point of hitting that dream number that we set for ourselves when we first initiated our weight loss journey, and now we got into that point where we know that we want to we hit this number, and now we just kind of got into the point of adjusting to what we see in the mirror and what we have each and every day with ourselves, and preserving the weight that we have. And like I said before, when it comes to the recomposition phase, when it came to myself, or when I hit my weight loss journey of losing 100 pounds, I basically took what was supposed to be 2 weeks turned into like 2 months and 3 months of basically just maintaining where I was and then deciding where I wanted to do next. So it may take a while for you to decide to get into a full body recomposition and just staying steady with what you're doing and seeing if you can maintain that. And I would recommend that because that just basically just helps you level out instead of just losing weight week by week, and just basically staying on that thing of challenging yourself to lose this amount of weight, this amount of weight this week, or you want to be like this weight, and now you're just maintaining where you are and just getting used to what you see and acclimating to how much you can eat, and basically establishing a new baseline for yourself, just in case if you want to preserve where you are and continue losing weight, or if you want to begin the body recomposition journey, which is basically you know what your baseline is by you maintaining where you are. Because when you hit your goal weight, you either feel like you felt better, like a few pounds heavier, or 5 pounds before that. You may adjust your caloric intake and your total daily energy expenditure numbers to get back to that weight and maintain it, because you felt more athletic there, or you felt more comfortable with that weight, or it just felt more easy to maintain. So those would be the things that you'll be dealing with mentally when you come to starting the body recomposition phase. So it'll be the weight that you feel more comfortable at, and adjusting to that. Dealing with the scale and the number that you see on the scale, knowing that you will probably move up on weight with that scale number. And when it comes to scale, they will move slowly. So what took like 2 weeks of you stagnating at a weight, now you're looking at probably 3 weeks or 4 weeks of stagnating at that number before that number goes down. And if it does go down, it'll probably be by 2 or 3 pounds. Because you have to keep in mind that muscle weighs more than fat. So this, so you're just putting that number in perspective of what the scale is. It's just that snapshot of where you are currently that day at that specific time, because you can always come back and weigh yourself, a little later, and you'll be down a few more pounds or up a few more pounds. But ultimately, when it comes to a body recomposition, it'll be based on how you feel. So once you get past the fear of the scale and the number on the scale and the nervousness when it comes to weighing yourself, you'll basically grow to the point of how do you feel at a certain body weight. Do you feel more comfortable at this body weight, or a few pounds down? Do you feel you have more energy or more productive at this body weight or that body versus that body weight? These will be the things that you will be dealing with on the body recomposition phase once you begin it. And like I said before, it'll be the most difficult thing will be getting over the scale, because you got so used to the number going down, and now the number stagnating for a longer than average time, to the point where even I had on my body recomposition phase where I stopped weighing myself, weekly, and just gave myself at least like 2 to 3 weeks before I weighed myself. And then it'll move down by a certain number of pounds, or it'll be down 5 pounds, because basically I went through a whole month of just being at the same weight, just going up and down at 256 to 252 and just in between those numbers. And now I'm at the point of where I'm at like a 250 right now. So like I said before, it's going to be an up and down, ebb and flow type of deal, because you're putting on muscle and you're burning the fat, and it's in different areas. And still you had to consider your rest, you got to consider your recovery, your inflammation, soreness, the foods that you ate the day prior before. Did you get all your rest? All those things are factors that still play in when it comes to your body recomposition as well, and how much stress you're carrying as well. So all these things are factors that affect those numbers. So this is just me introducing this new body recomposition series. I will start dropping these videos on you guys pretty soon. All right, peace.